Welcome to this week's edition of the Sports Show. Now, community boxing has really taken off in England and in mainland Europe as well. I've got a special guest here with me today, Abdul Hannan from Brawlers Boxing. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Hey everyone.
He is co-founder of a brilliant community initiative called Brawlers Boxing. Tell us a little bit about this initiative.
So Brawlers Boxing is a community interest company. The idea came about after the 2012 Olympics. So we wanted to carry on the Olympic legacy and inspire more young people to take up sports, particularly boxing. So we started up Brawlers Boxing in 2013 with the initiative to help more young people get into sport boxing and at the same time teach them transferable skills, something which they can benefit and use to their advantage in the future.
You're a product of this local community, aren't you? You went to local primary school, secondary school, and when did you get into boxing?
So I was actually inspired at the 2004 Olympics when I watched Abdul Hannan on TV. At that time particularly there wasn't many Asian faces on TV, or you wouldn't see apart from Prince Nassim Hamid, who was mistaken for Asian. He was actually Yemeni. So he was the only face on TV that you'd see and you could aspire to be like. So in 2004, I remember watching Amir Khan on TV. He came against Mario Kindelan in the finals, and that inspired me to take up boxing. So that year, I actually did join a boxing club and took up boxing.
And where was this?
I started my boxing career at Lansbury Amateur Boxing Club, which is in Poplar. Yeah, it was also known as St. George's before, which was run by Bill Thomas, Lee Hammersley, and Adam Spelling, who was a professional boxer.
You've been working with Lee Hammersley for
Hammersley.
Forgive me, Lee. For quite a while now.
Yeah.
Has he been influential in your career?
Lee has been the most influential figure in my life. He's inspired me to do something productive. He believed in me when others didn't believe in me, and actually motivated me to get up and do something constructive that will not only help myself and help young people in the wider community. Hence why I started Brawlers Boxing.
As a community boxing coach, do you work with other local charities as well? So not just local charities as well. There are other boxing programs taking place like Shart, Limehouse, and there's a group at Repton established. Do you all just do your own thing, or do you work together? Do you swap ideas?
Me and Shah, we used to box for the same club. So we had the same vision, the same drive, and it's absolutely amazing to see both of us from the same club doing really, really positive stuff to help the community. So me and Shah, we get in contact, we get our boys together, and they do inter-club sparring, which helps them with the confidence before they go into competitions. That gives them an opportunity to practice with other opponents they're not going to face really, and at the same time gets them to socialize, make new friends, and get the community closer, create cohesion. Boxing has always been a tool to counter inactivity and help more young people, especially in the East End, to lace up a pair of gloves and take it further.
Sounds amazing, and this is the way forward. I mean, too many times we get a lot of projects, groups, organizations, they're doing a lot of good work in the community, but it's quite repetitive, and they also don't work together. And sometimes there's a bit of animosity as well. So I would congratulate you on the work that you're doing there. Right, you as a coach, your coaching journey, you've done very well. Can you elaborate a little bit about your study and your training?
When I started boxing, after a few years, I was inspired to coach and to help out. And I used to naturally be at the club 5 times a week. So I used to be there. That used to be my second home because I used to love it so much. I used to be at the boxing gym constantly. And I used to help out new people coming in. I used to give them time. I used to put my pair of pads and give them, show them the basics. And I used to get a buzz out of it. And even my coach used to say, Lee used to say, H, run the warm-up while I get the program ready. So I used to do the warm-up. I used to do the cool-down. That gave me the confidence to pursue it further. Not only that, Lee took it one step further and he put me in a coaching course, level 1 boxing tutor by the ABA, which is the Amateur Boxing Association. I did it. It was a 4 days course and I passed it. And from there I sort of took it further and I did the ABA boxing head coach, which is the level 2. I've been the head coach for nearly close to 2 years. I'm just waiting for my 2 years to finish before I can pursue my coaching career a little bit more further. And I aim to be one of the youngest level 3 coaches in the country.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And how long will that take you to achieve?
So that is a 6 months course. You go in for 5 days. They assess you for 5 days. You have to stay at the location. So whatever location it is, you stay there for 5 days.
Las Vegas?
No, not Las Vegas. You do it up in Birmingham or Manchester.
Oh,
okay.
Not very glamorous.
No, it's not very glamorous. It's really, really intensive. Really, it's really intensive. So it's a 5 days course. After that, you go in for 6 months. You plan and prepare. You come back for 2 days examination, and then you pass it. So I aim to do a GB qualification very soon. I aim to go for that.
Are you ambitious enough to maybe work towards achieving a, I don't know, Team GB coaching status?
Hopefully, yeah. The drive is to get a level 3 and then hopefully make it as a level 4 coach. There is currently about 26 level 4 coaches in the country, which are GB coaches and Olympics coaches. And I've had the privilege and opportunity to work under 5. So I've worked under 5 directly under the supervision of 5 coaches. So I aspire to be to be a level 3 coach, build up my experience, build up my coaching caliber, and then hopefully aim to be a level 4 coach somewhere in the future.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Right, you've got a very catchy name, Brawlers.
Yeah.
Team Brawlers or Brawlers Boxing. How did that come about?
So the concept of Brawlers or Boxing is a funny one. The reason why we waiting for Brawlers Boxing was first of all, is to get the attention of the people it doesn't get the attention of. Boxing is a beautiful sport. It's often related to like a game of chess. So we wanted to target the boys that were hard to reach, the kids that are causing, say, antisocial behavior in the streets. We wanted to get their attention. Okay, it's easy getting the boys who wants to compete and wants to take part in sports, but it's hard getting the attention of boys who are not being reached and who are doing, say, negative impacts in their life. So we wanted to get their attention. So we kept the name Brawlers, and the reason why we kept the name Brawlers is that we keep on pursuing forward. Brawlers means someone who keeps on fighting forward until the end. So hence why we want to influence the young people to carry on forward and fight through all of the negative impacts and hopefully get into something positive.
So with you, because I follow your career very closely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of that as well.
Yeah.
And that's a positive thing, Coach. But it's not just about boxing and turning them into prize fighters, is it?
No.
You've got a social responsibility which you take very seriously.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yep. In the morning, I work in a school as a student manager, and I work as a learning mentor in London Enterprise Academy. I've been there for the last 2 years. Previously, I worked in Stepney Green Boys School for 5 years as a boxing coach in the PE department. Not only that, I work as a senior youth worker in Tarling East Community Centre with the Rooted Forum. So my job is to help young people, engage them into different programs, meet the needs and requirements, help them with not only their life, and also creating opportunities for them. And at the same time, I run Brawlers Boxing. And not only that, we've had the opportunity to be affiliated under the City of London Police, and we're affiliated under the banner of National Police Committee Clubs of Great Britain. So they sort of sponsor us, and our boys that compete box under their banner. So we're working together, creating cohesion. So Brawlers Boxing and the City of London Police, we're working as a joint enterprise to help more young people that are hard to reach into boxing and giving them the opportunity that they so badly need.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And how many members you have?
So on a week, we engage 50 young people a week and about 30 adults, close to about 75 to 80 people a week come through.
Every week they come in through your doors.
Yeah.
And get a coaching.
Yeah.
And what's the engagement? Is it just training, boxing, fitness? Are you taking some of your lads onto the next stage?
Okay, a lot of our young people, our company is a social enterprise company. It's a CIC, it's a community interest company, and at the same time, it's got elements of social enterprise. So what we tend to do is teach our young people to give back to the community at the same time. So if it means helping out with charity runs, we've been involved with a lot of charity runs, a lot of charity projects, helping the community, going there, doing boxing demonstrations, doing a community cleanup. We've been involved in several projects that helps the community. And at the same time, we engage a lot of members of the community to do the same. So our boxing initiative is not only to give back, is also to teach young people to also give back. So they'll understand the model of giving back, and it creates more cohesion in the community, and it brings people together from different walks of life. And boxing has always been used as a tool to bring people together, and it's just brilliant that young people can do this at this time and age, give back to the community.
And who's your boxing hero and why?
Oh, I've got several heroes, but for me, it's probably one of the most common one is Muhammad Ali. The reason why I say Muhammad Ali, not only was his boxing terrific, also what Muhammad Ali did as a humanitarian. He had a lot for humanity. He did a lot for humanity. He did a lot for his people, for around the world. And he's one of the best ambassadors for boxing that's around, because of his love and compassion for other people, not only just in boxing but around the world. So he has to be Muhammad Ali. That's number one. And second of all, my inspiration comes from my boxing coach, Lee Hammersley, because he did a lot for me. He inspired me to go the extra mile. He did a lot for us without taking anything. People get this miscommunication that there's a lot of money involved in boxing, but majority of the boxing coaches that's affiliated with the Amateur Boxing Association, we have over 900 boxing clubs in this country, and majority of these coaches work on a voluntary basis to shape the lives of children and young people. So you got to give them a round of applause. So Lee used to work on a voluntary basis. I work on a voluntary basis. All my coaches, that's Miraj, Balavirisami, Gary, and all the other coaches that's involved, and our volunteers, Tajumia, we all work on a voluntary basis. And the reason is the hearts we're in it, because not only that you see young people doing well, learning a new skill, and at the same time they're moving forward in life, they're learning this new skill, they're developing themselves. Boxing is one of the best tools to help young people improve themselves, because they have to. In a football match, you got a team to help you. In boxing, it's a lot more harder because you got to work on yourself. You got to give yourself the extra time, the fitness, the motivation, the drive, the endurance. If you don't do it, you suffer. So you have to put that time, effort, and energy in to go and prepare further. So yeah, that's why my extra respect goes out to boxers, because it takes a lot of courage, first of all, for you to walk in a boxing gym. Yeah, and second of all, it takes a lot more courage. Not many people can go inside the ring and compete. It's hard because you have to do it on your own. Hence why my extra respect, and our coaches work hard to give them and prepare them for the right tools they need for competition.
And people are taking, they're standing up and taking notice of what you and your coaches are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Just last week, you received a Community Safety Award from Tower Hamlets Council. Yeah.
So that was one of them. That was the highlight of our journey so far. We was shortlisted for the Tower Hamlets Safer Neighborhood Awards. We was up against the Rooted Forum. Again, that's another company I work for. So I was privileged to wear two hats on that day. So I didn't once think for once that we would win it. We were up against the Rooted Forum. They've been around for several years, 6, 7, 8 years, and they're doing some fantastic work in the community. We were also up against another company called Cracktear, which is a social enterprise company that helps young people rebuild phones, and at the same time give them opportunity for work experience. So we were up against very good organizations. So for us to be shortlisted, it was one of the most pleasing moments. For us to finally go out and win it shows that we are capable of doing something really positive. We was nominated in the best community project for Tower Hamlets for the year 2015 and 2016. So we want to continue that legacy, carry on that drive and momentum, and hopefully set up our own amateur boxing club. At the moment, we operate out of several community centres, and the City of London Police has been very nice and offer us 1 day a week at their venue, which is inside the police station. But we want to set up our own boxing club, again working with the police, and then be based in Tower Hamlets, so the people of Tower Hamlets can benefit and the children can benefit. Our kids have to travel to 4 different venues for 4 sessions, which makes it really difficult for us. And not only that, for our coaches, they're traveling and a lot of time and effort and energy goes into it on top of their workload. So yeah, we want to register an amateur boxing club somewhere into our hamlets, and then create that same impact we're doing, the great work we're doing, showcase that work.
Coach H, it's been tremendous. Thank you. A brilliant interview. I'm sure you will all agree with me. It's not just about brutality, but as you've heard from Coach H himself, organizations like social enterprises like Brawlers Boxing and Limehouse Elite Marina, they are doing wonderful work in the community as well. They are not only training young people to become supreme athletes, but they are also giving them advice on life and keeping them out of trouble. It's worth supporting them. Check them out, Brawlers Boxing. And thanks for watching The Sports Show.